Uh, I guess everyone can hear me. Okay, so it's officially live. So, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all. So, thank you so much, the MIST Authority and the Department of Environment and Water, to arrange such a nice program and creating this valuable Facebook page to promote water, wetland security, water management in Bangladesh to door to door, and giving me the opportunity to talk about the water resource in Bangladesh. So, water resource is a vast thing, and if I start to talk about this, then it will not end. So, better we can talk about the vital or an important topic, and let's focus on that. So, for my speech, I have chosen today the wetland and the wetland of Bangladesh. So, what is wetland actually? So, wetland is basically a distinct landform, and the basic difference from the normal landform with the wetland is the vegetation pattern. So, in the wetlands, whatever we see that is mostly flooded or inundated or something like it is in the bank of the river or in the bank of the lake or it's just beside the river. So when the flood occurs, the plain land always inundated, and that's why the wetlands occur. And in our country, like the riverine country in Bangladesh, it is very common because the rain is very common because we do have a very long monsoon period, pre-monsoon period, post-monsoon period, and our dry season is very low. The environmental benefits include the social benefits, of course, and the food and the habitat for fish and wildlife, including the threatened and endangered species, water quality improvement, and of course, wetlands provide a huge opportunity to store your food, and such as the flood storage also is provided by the wetlands, and the shoreline erosion also controlled by the wetlands, and most importantly, economically, it is very much beneficial to the nature because it produce something that human can use, and it has also the opportunities of recreation and education and research. Or the main thing is that the wetland provides a good amount of opportunity to produce our crops and agriculture. So when we talk about the characteristics of anything, the abiotic factors, the biotic factors, all are very important. So for the wetland, the abiotic factors are the sunlight, the rainfall, the composition or the decomposition of the oil and oxygen content, of course, and the temperature. The interesting fact is the wetland in Bangladesh can be characterized by the land type and the landform. So, for example, we have like beels, we have haur. So, the beels, haur have a kind of wetlands which is not matched by the wetlands we can found in the mangrove because of the land pattern, because of the landform, because of the habitats, because of the vegetation. So yeah, this all thing just differ wetland from one thing to another. There are many kind of wetlands which we can find in Bangladesh, and that is the saltwater wetland, the freshwater wetland, and the man-made wetland. So saltwater wetland is mainly cover the marine wetlands, the estuarians, the lagoonal. All these are the wetlands that is covered in the saltwater, and the freshwater that is more like the riverine wetlands, the lacustrines wetlands, and the palestrines wetlands. So yeah, the positive effects, the characteristics of the wetlands, that is more like the saltwater wetlands are the shallow wetlands actually, which has like low tide. It is more like to brackish to the saline lagoons with narrow path, and it's more like differ from the riverine because that comes from the sea, and another thing that comes from the rivers and the streams and their distributaries and their tributaries. So the riverine or the freshwater what should I say, freshwater wetlands that are mostly come from the rivers, their estuaries, their distributaries, and most importantly, we can see a lot of freshwater wetlands around us, which is like kind of swamps. So the swamps and marshes also are the freshwater and palestine wetlands, which is like very much well seen in Bangladesh. And the man-made wetlands are more like the the ponds, the aquacultures, because we create ponds for fishing purpose, for our recreation purpose or something like that. We in our where I live, the common wetland is Dhanmundi Lake. So Dhanmundi Lake is used hugely, even though the water quality is not that much good. It is not used for any other purpose except recreational. So it has been a very good tourist attraction. So people use it just for the tourist attraction. And with that, surrounding that wetland have created many business. So it is not only serving the purpose of recreation, this wetland is also serving the purpose of business or economical growth. So so we can say that wetland is not only good for our food, our agricultural purpose, fish purpose. It is also very good to have another economical growth or our recreational growth, because through the recreational purpose I can say that there are many boats which you can ride on the lake, and the boatman gets the money. And there are many restaurants surrounding that wetland, that Dhanmundi Lake. So that's why you can easily predict that the restaurants only get good customers because of that lake. So yeah, wetland does not just only give you food, it also give you recreation and a way to income more money. Okay, so I have a personal experience of working on the restoration of Dhaka rivers. So from that I have got to learn that, not too much, but got to learn about the wetlands of Dhaka city. So what is the importance of saving the wetlands of Dhaka city? From my perspective, I think if we can save the wetlands of Dhaka city, the waterlogging problem will be reduced drastically. So for our own benefit, we should save it for our Dhaka city, because when it is like heavily raining, the whole Dhaka city is clogged just because it has no good drainage pattern. And we have drains, but that are occupied in something else. We have like system to transfer all the water where, so that there will be no clogging. But at the end of the day, it is not possible, because the seepage rate is very low for Dhaka city right now. And that's why Dhaka city needs to restore the wetlands, so that can be connected to the surface waters, to the five main rivers that is surrounded by Dhaka city, which is like Buriganga, Shitolakha, Tongi, Turag and Balu. So if all the wetlands are well connected to the surface waters or to the main five rivers that is surrounded by Dhaka city, then the water can easily pass, and that's how the waterlogging problem can be solved. So yeah, and we are very much grateful to the government of Bangladesh, and especially the Dhaka Wasa and Bangladesh Water Development Board, to take such projects, such initiatives to restore our wetlands, and not only in Dhaka but also in Bangladesh, so that we can have a good water management sector in our country. And most importantly, I would like to conclude that integrated water resource management is very important, and without saving and without restoring the wetland, you cannot do it. And one river or one sea cannot restore the whole water management system of Bangladesh alone. So maybe wetlands are very small, but that's many small wetlands. By saving many wetlands, you can save the total water resource system. So yeah, my last concluding remarks is save your wetland actually. And yeah, that's my all. I would like to thank you, MIST, and the organizing committee to invite me to give a speech on wetland and water resource management. And I hope I could be informative and you enjoyed it. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.